How most people are finding work. Predominantly, these are the three main things. Word of mouth was by far the winner. I think you guys probably agree. You know, that's the best way to find business. Referrals from clients. I was really surprised that this came up so high because a lot of freelancers I've spoken to ask me, like, how do we work our referrals? How do we get a client to refer us to somebody else? Or how do we ask a client for somebody else to, you know, who might need my services? So it was really good to see that was up there, and I think perhaps this might come up as a topic later when we talk about personal branding and marketing, is how you can work those referrals that you have from clients who are happy with your work. The third one here was, it was a combination of online ways of promoting yourself, whether you're listed in a directory or you have a portfolio online, you have your own website, all that sort of thing. People are definitely making a move to that. And the feedback we had from clients in the survey as well is that they're finding that finding people online it's still like a sort of an early adopter thing. A lot of clients would rather go with the word of mouth thing, but there are some clients who do innovative work who are very happy and quite excited about, you know, screening people online, finding people online, checking references, that kind of thing. Okay. This was interesting to me. 79% of our survey respondents only get between 0 and 5 inquiries from clients a month. Linked to that, you'll see later on, one of the biggest problems is marketing themselves. And I think those two are definitely linked. So I think, you know, if you get your marketing up, then that figure should go up quite a lot. But that actually scared me quite a lot, because unless you've got a nice solid base of existing clients with regular work, you're not getting any kind of fresh work in, fresh clients. So if one of your big clients, you know, has a heart attack and dies, then you really kind of landed in it. So that one I thought was quite worrying. Biggest challenges for freelancers that came up from our survey: finding clients, getting paid, which I know we're going to tackle now, and marketing yourself. And I'm pretty sure these all resonate with all of you. And that's why we're going to be talking about them today. This was an interesting one. Just that we asked people, how many hours a week do you freelance? How many hours a week do you spend freelancing? I'm going to go this side, a few people. And the majority were in 16 to 30 hours per week, which is not a lot. It's like half a week, really, if you think like a standard 40-hour week if you're working in a company. And that was only about 23% of the people. And we've got a few people who are doing 41 plus, which is obviously like hardcore full-time freelancers. So I find that quite an interesting graph to have a look at, see how many hours people are doing. My guess is that the people here are doing it part-time or after hours. They're not making a full-time income from freelance. We asked people how many years experience did you have before you went freelance. And it was kind of 50-50. Half of them had 5 years or more, and half of them had 5 years or less. So there was no real pattern. But a third of the people had 8 or more years experience. I often get clients phoning me saying, we need a junior designer. It's like, well, it's really hard to find a junior freelancer because people tend to want to have a lot of experience behind them before they go freelance. So that was an interesting one. This was the marketing one. 86% of respondents spend less than 5 hours a month on their marketing, which I think is quite telling. And I think, in my experience talking to people, you know, if you're a writer or a designer or, you know, whatever it is that you do, that's what you want to do. You don't want to be a marketer. You don't want to handle that side of things. And it can be quite daunting. So I think a lot of it's probably related to procrastination. You know you've got to do it. I don't want to do it now. And you know, the scary thing is that 47% of our survey respondents don't spend any time on marketing at all. So I don't know how they're surviving. But we'll maybe talk about that later. Maybe we have creative ways that we can do this instead of marketing. And the top advantage of working freelance or going solo is freedom. That was by far and above the most resounding thing. Freedom from a salary, that wouldn't be one for me. But yeah, freedom to work where you want, and for some people in your pajamas as well. But I thought there would be more than a third of you would work in pajamas. I work in my slippers, but I do have normal clothes. And then I think this is definitely a predictable result. The worst thing about going solo is the financial insecurity, not knowing where your next job is going to come from, not knowing if you pay your bills every month. That's the big challenge for us. And again, most of us have no like financial education or training, so suddenly we're like launching into being solo and you manage your finances. And I know I'm an ostrich when it comes to finances, so I can relate. So the bottom line basically is that you're not alone in this. We've got a room full of people who are probably all like nodding their heads to this. Maybe not the pajamas thing, but so you're not alone. And what we're trying to do today is to bring everybody together and realize that there's a lot of mutual support. So we really encourage you to participate and comment and chip things in. And we might run some panel discussions. And if we're asking for people to participate in those, come up. You don't have to have the answers. You might have problems, or you might have anecdotes, or whatever. But please get involved, because the more you put into it, the more you'll get out today.
Freelancers and soloists to take over the world.